Today I'm reviewing 3 things, 2 vaporizers and an e-liquid, designed to help you sleep. I suppose that makes this another episode of GTOI, but with the added flavour of a regular review. Some weeks ago, a company very kindly said to me, "Pete, we've seen some of your other reviews and we like them, so we'd like to send you one of our products, and if you like it, you can make a completely unbiased review." And that's an offer I really couldn't refuse, so here I am today, reviewing the Magicbox S Mini. And I've got to say, I'm really looking forward to this because I've seen all these e-juices and e-liquids on the market that are designed to help you sleep, but I've never had a vaporizer to actually use them, so today, well, I'll be trying one of those products out. So this is known as a box mod. Now, in all honesty, I didn't know what that meant about a month ago, but effectively it means you can condense a lot of power into a small compact device. Now, it works a little bit like a Zippo lighter, where you'd lift up the lid, mouthpiece is there, you take the atomizer out, fill it with liquid, and because it's got a magnetic connection, you simply place it back in, clicks on place. Then you'd press this button here, you can vape, when you're finished, close it up. Nice and easy. But one of the main things about it, one of the things I really love, is the fact that the mouthpiece is going to be clean when you can take it out. Now, this is something that I find quite surprising because I couldn't find any other products like this on the market. And that seems odd because maybe it's just me being a little bit of a germaphobe, but I like the idea that I can chuck it in a bag or in my pocket and it's not going to be clogged up with lint or whatever else is in there. So yeah, the design, I've got to say that's pretty unique and I really do like it. I thought it'd be a good point to start talking about the actual style of these things. Now, they come in a variety of different designs. My favourite is definitely the wood one here. In fact, I really like that one. But this one here, well, it's not so bad, but in all honesty, I think it looks a little bit tacky in my mind. It kind of reminds me of those tourist shops, you know, the ones that sell all those counterculture symbols and everything, like cannabis leaves and skulls and all that sort of stuff. I mean, like I say, not terrible, some people might like it. But the wood one, that really is excellent. In fact, I'm going to be using this over the following week. Now on to the e-liquid. Now, you may have seen some of my other videos where I've reviewed vapes before, most notably the Monk and the NutriVape ones. This is quite different. This is Valerian root by a company called ePuffer. It doesn't contain any nicotine and it's designed to help you sleep. I've been looking forward to really trying this one because Valerian is supposed to be great for sleep, but I've only ever tried it with tea before, and in all honesty, if you tried Valerian, you'll know that it's not that nice. In fact, for those of you who haven't tried it, think about what would happen if you brewed an old sock and just gave it a little stir with a toilet brush. That's basically what Valerian's like. But this one apparently doesn't smell like that or taste like it, so yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Plus, when I was doing a bit of research about this, I found this term kept on popping up. It's called bioavailability, and effectively it means how much of an active compound your body can absorb. Now, the stomach, I believe, can take around about 20 to 40% of an active compound, depending on type, how hungry you are, that sort of thing. But your lungs might take more, 70% of the active compound, plus it'll absorb it a lot quicker as well. So if you use a vaporizer with an e-liquid like this, it might be multiple times more effective than just having a tea. So you never know, this might really do the trick, and I've got to say, yeah, I really do look forward to trying it. Still, the best way to see if this works for me is by giving it a proper test. Now, if you've seen my videos in the past, you'll know that I like to try things out over a period of maybe 7 days and seeing if that really works. I'm going to probably have a couple of tokes late afternoon, and then before I go to sleep, I'll have probably about half an hour of seeing pretty much how much I can sort of toke before I pass out. I guess it's a good plan because there aren't really any solid instructions on the website on how much to take. Going by the reviews, some people say 20 to 40 tokes, so maybe that will be my aim. 40 tokes max. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, I've never filled up one of these things before. The one that was inside this was all pre-filled, so let's see how this goes. So what you got here is your Magicbox S Mini. They do have a normal size version of this as well. Personally, I don't see the benefit of that because I like the fact this can quite happily go in a pocket, but maybe if you want more power, I think it comes with just like a screen and I can't really remember the rest, but there may be other benefits to it. Anyway, let's just unbox this one. So what you got, obviously, the vaporizer. I think you'd be pretty disappointed if you didn't get that in the package. There you go. Nice feel to it, that clicks nicely into place. As I said before, I'm a little disappointed in it being a bit plasticky, but I can let that one slide because it's not a huge amount of money, so that's okay. Anyway, got that. And then you've got a little pack here. So you've got your instructions, a little USB cable, but to be honest I've got absolutely hundreds of these now. And I forgot, this might not be an atomizer, so please do not kill me for calling it an atomizer all this time. I think they call them other things like cartomizers or clearomizers. I don't know. Anyway, it's one of those. You get one of those and a couple of these little magnetic connections as well. So I think it is largely universal if you have any other sort of mouthpieces. Anyway, this is what I'm going to be filling up, so I'll just take that out of the package. Right, so I'll take that bit off there. I didn't listen to Blue Peter. They always said, here's one I prepared earlier. Well, today I did not prepare one earlier, so I'm going to take the package off. Don't think you really need to see this bit here, but there you go. Push down. Oh wait, I can't even see. Great, so I've been thwarted by a child safety lock. Alright, that says a lot about me. Alright, so there you go, take that off. And then, I think, once again, let's see if I can regain some focus here. There we go. Alright, so, get the pipette there, fill that up. Guess that's it. I don't think you're supposed to fill all the way up to the top, but I don't know. And then I just screw that bit back on, like so. Right, there we go. All prepped. Lovely, lovely. Now, I can't remember what connector I used before on the other one. I think it's just small connector will do nicely. Is that in focus? No, lost focus again. Alright, well anyway, I'll screw that bit on and then open this thing up, plonk it in. Actually, I could probably do with a longer connector on there. There's probably going to be a lot of jump cuts in this, don't worry. There we go. Place inside, that looks the part now. There we go, this camera's got better focus so you can probably see it on there. I've managed to fill this thing up and I don't think it's even lost any volume, so this is apparently 30mm and I think the cartridges on this are only about 1mm. So this will probably last me about a year, assuming I don't use this all in one day, but I guess we'll find out. This is the part where the instructions come in handy. So, that tells me what's inside. For some people they may want to read this, so they may understand it. Resistance, 0.8 ohm. Cartridge volume is only 0.5 actually. Right, so this is going to last me 60 refills. Cool. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, it tells you. So preheat, power button 2. Okay. Press the power button 5 times. Alright, can you see that there? There you go. Oh, flashes blue. That's good. Now press the button 2 times continuously during working. The device will now start preheating for 12 seconds. Okay, maybe I'll bring up the camera here. Make a noise. I like the little LEDs inside. That looks the business. Anyway, stop making a noise. I think that means it's all preheated. I don't actually know if you're supposed to preheat it. I guess so. Right. Long press the power button. You can start to vape. Alright. Okay, that was really nice actually. That is not like Valerian, I'll tell you that. I think probably like a lot of vapes, it's slightly sweet actually. What would I describe it as? Okay, this is where I think I should have a few sort of words for tasting things, or, you know, I should be like one of those wine tasters. Oh, it reminds me of a fine summer's day and roses by the beachside, or I don't know what they come up with. Anyway, it is, actually tell you what, it is a bit like roses. It's like, it's got that very floral smell. It's quite sweet. You can taste the sweetness at the back of your tongue. It's not harsh at all. And that's quite surprising because I've tried vapes before and it's like sort of swallowing nails or something. It's not very nice. That's brilliant, that. You can also change the voltage on this. Again, don't know what this really means or does. I think the higher the voltage, the more smoke you get out of it. But I think you can probably burn or damage some of the liquids, so you probably don't always want to be doing it. Anyway, what you need to do is... Right, you've got to press the button 3 times. Let's do that. So that's on blue. That's 3.4 volts. Red, that's 3.8. So I'm guessing it was probably on blue before, or maybe even green. Let's try that. Oh yeah, that's definitely a lot more there. Tastes a lot nicer as well, actually. Right, I'm going to keep it on this one. 3.8 volts is where it's at. Yeah, definitely liking this so far. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'll probably do a little video every now and again throughout the week, and then I'll do a summary video where you'll get to see if this works for me or what my thoughts are on it. Also, I'll be able to review the actual Magicbox S properly as well. I'll be able to see how long the battery lasts, if it sort of keeps working, because I mean, I've only tried it out for what, a couple of minutes today. I want to see if it's going to hold up well. So yeah, I'll catch you later. You know that little pocket that many trousers and jeans have? The one that people say is for storing a condom? Well, I've realised that the Magicbox fits pretty well inside, so I'm going to call it the Magicbox Johnny Pocket. I think it has a ring to it. I almost forgot to give daily updates on this, so I thought now would be a good time. So far I've had to fill it up once, and that's about 4 days into using this. I should say that the Valerian mix, well, I'm afraid that hasn't really done the thing. I guess that was somewhat to be expected. Like most of the other things I've tried, they don't really do too much, but I would say the actual feeling of smoking this the e-puffer Valerian mix is a bit like just using a normal water pipe. It's just relaxing, but there's nothing too special about it, so I guess I'll see how that one goes. But I should probably also say that sometimes my sleep is just terrible, and normally it takes around about 4 to 5 days to go for this pretty awful bout of terrible sleep. So I have really got to give this the full 7 days before I can give any proper conclusion. Further to that, I should probably also mention the actual Magicbox itself. Well, that's pretty good. I haven't had to charge it at all since using it, and I've probably got maybe 120, 150 puffs out of it. That's pretty good. The preheat setting, it's fine as far as I could tell, but probably a bit of an overkill because the actual mouthpiece got quite hot after maybe sort of 30 tokes. And I wouldn't say it was necessarily that pleasant to use after a while. You almost got like a slight burning taste in the background, and for that reason I'm now just using normal, I think 3.8 volts setting on this. Anyway, I'll let you know how the rest goes, and I'll catch you later in the video. It's time for a conclusion. Did the Valerian work, or was it just a waste of money? Well, the results are in. It was a waste of money. But like I've said before in my other videos, just because it doesn't work for me, doesn't mean it won't work for you. The only problem is, e-puffer only supply these giant bottles, and that's going to last me over a year, so I don't really understand why they can't supply some smaller, I don't know, 3ml bottle which will last me a couple of weeks. So, I guess I've got to find a use for this one. It's a real shame the e-liquid didn't work for me, because there are lots of really positive reviews online, so it probably is just me. I've tried other Valerian products in the past in the form of pills and teas, and they didn't work, so maybe I should have assumed this wouldn't work either. Furthermore, if you haven't tried Valerian in the past, you should probably give the pills and the teas a go, because they're more readily available and a lot cheaper. Then again, if they also work, then this might be a really good option. I have a feeling that might be the most indecisive conclusion I've ever came up with, so you can either buy it or not buy it. It might be good, might not be good. Personally, I would just say that if Valerian works for you, give this a go. If it doesn't work for you, don't give this a go. I guess that's where I'm trying to go with that. I think it is worth mentioning that there are some positives with this e-liquid. It does taste really nice. It's quite a floral, slightly sweet taste actually, and for that reason it's something I might use throughout the day because it is a little bit relaxing. It's probably just not ideal for sleep, that's all. And I think it's probably also worth noting that there might be some sort of psychological effect with this, because just like a water pipe or a hookah or one of those, I think the actual act of breathing in and out and maybe even just counting your breaths, recognising that you are breathing and you're there in that moment in time. You can tell I've been reading a lot of meditation books here. I think that has a soporific effect. That might be actually the thing that's making you feel sleepy. Either that or it's the lack of oxygen from the actual smoking part, but I'm no scientist, I don't know. Anyway, onto the vape. Now this, I like. I think it looks great. It's a brilliant design, and do you know what? It just works well. In fact, I showed a few friends of mine, they seem to love it as well. So for the price, I don't think I can fault it at all. In fact, 7 days ago, that's the first time I charged it, and since then, I've had 200 puffs out of this, 40 on the preheat set, and most of it on the high voltage as well, so the battery seems to last well, and even if you need to charge it, it's only about 30, maybe 60 minutes max, so I think that's pretty good. I feel this could benefit from a few improvements in the future, most notably the actual case itself. Now earlier in the video I mentioned how it's a bit plasticky, but I do worry that this hinge will probably break in the near future. Also, the actual case itself, because it's quite thin plastic, I think it might crack. But do you know what? So far so good. Perhaps this won't be a problem, it's just me being paranoid. But the company do actually create a larger version of this, and it is made out of metal. It's also got a little screen inside as well, but you pay twice the amount of money for it. So I don't know if that's necessarily worth it, considering the actual small design really is its biggest selling point. It'd be great if they just had like a premium version of this. Spend maybe £10 more and you get a metal case. The other thing as well, and this is probably my naivety on this, so don't slate me too much, but please do mention in the comments if I'm wrong, but I don't really get the whole variable control on the voltage, because it seems to me that means the same thing as temperature or wattage or ohms, and they all seem to mean the same thing, but you'll go on a website and it will say something like, use this e-liquid at 180 degrees. Well, what is that in wattage? So that's quite confusing. There is one last thing, and this is again probably me being a little bit picky, but this button here, it's quite nice in that it's quiet and everything, but you've got to press it 5 times just to turn it on, and I do think that's a little clunky. It'd be great if there was just a little switch inside that turned it on, and that way just whenever you want to use it, you press the button and you can vape. Because there are other products out there that do that, and I've got to say I prefer it. But as I say, maybe that's just me. Anyway, the actual product itself is pretty good, and as I say, I'm just being picky here. But yeah, there might be some points to think about in the future. I know I was asked to do a review on this, so I hope people don't think I'm being biased here, but I genuinely love the Magicbox S Mini. I think it's a great vape, and I will use it in the future when reviewing other e-liquids. Most probably I'll look at something like one of these CBD juices, because apparently they're very good for sleep. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. In fact, maybe you even found it enjoyable. In which case, if you'd like to comment, subscribe, and yeah, there's a link in the description if you want to buy one of these. But anyway, I'll catch you later.